Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it so very much. Welcome, my name is Aiden. I'm so happy that you're here. Today I have another palette roundup. I just filmed O through R and now we're working on S and T. Mine is Too Faced because we already did Too Faced a while ago. So if you haven't already watched that one, I will have a playlist of all my palette collection up above. I want to get right into it, but before I begin, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know your thoughts on these palettes. Let me know if you have any of them, or if you miss any of them, or you're glad you didn't pick up any of them. Let me know down below. We're going to start with Sephora. I have the Color Shifter palette, and I picked this one up because it looks cute. They've redesigned these a little bit, and they're bigger now, and yeah, I liked this one. It was nice enough. I probably should wear it some more. It's one that you can like take apart a little bit more easily. Like there's the holes in the bottom, so you're supposed to be able to recycle it. I'm not sure if you can, but I do have that one. And then I have this oldie one, which is from Pantone. Their collaboration with Pantone, and this is called the Modern Watercolors, and it's definitely a watercolors. It is very, very pale, and it tells you what the Pantone shades are for each one. That's this little sheet down here. But yeah, definitely a lot of watercolor shades. A rainbow palette for sure. These next two I got when they were doing this Sephora sale and 30% off of Sephora collection because it included their Coach collaboration. And I just thought these were so cute. I loved the little Coach tags, and I was like, you know what? We're going to go for it. So we have Sharky, and Sharky you can open up like this, and it has 6 shades in it. I really actually liked these palettes. I was a little surprised. I wasn't sure what I was going to think, but I thought these were pretty fun. So I have Sharky, and then I also got Rex because why not? And once again, he has his little Coach tag. This one is a metal one. And then you can swivel, but I found it was easier to use the shades if you just flipped it open. And that is the 6 shades for this one. I think I like Sharky just a little bit more because this one was a little bit harder for me to create a good look with, but they were actually pretty good quality, which I was surprised at. I'll give you a better look at them just because they're cute. Moving on to Sigma, I have Bare Bliss. I picked this one up at Costco because Costco online had a big, it was not too much money. I feel like it was $19, which I feel like, oh, I could get better deals from that now, but I hadn't tried anything from Sigma, so this was my first experience with them. And then I picked up a couple when they went on sale at Macy's, and I think I used one of my 10 off of 40 or 5 off of 20. So I got the Mini Quarter Rosa, which I had been interested in for quite a while. I really liked the color story, and it seems to be getting dark in here. So hopefully colors are still showing up. So that's nice. We just have some clouds overhead. Then we have this one, which is the Mini Enchanted. And ooh, that middle one is a beautiful, gosh. That middle one is a beautiful duochrome. And yeah, I've been really liking some of the Sigma palettes lately. Then we have the Little Mermaid. Some of these are going to be moving into my collector area, but they just haven't yet. So this one normally would be there. That's why you don't see the other Disneys. But that is what it looks like. It's looking a little worse for wear because I was trying to swatch and use it, but also not disturb the imprints in it. This one was a little harder for me to use just because it's so colorful, and I've been shying away from colorful looks lately. Then we have one more. This is new Mod. I think I also got this one from Macy's, and I was so excited because oh my goodness, I love this color story. I actually saw that they had this at Dillard's once, but they didn't have any on the shelf, and they didn't have the person who worked in Sigma because like most of their stock was like missing, and I was like, well, maybe they keep it behind because of theft, but they didn't know, and I was like, okay, well, that's fine. But look at that. That is so pretty. I I actually really like this one. Excited to wear it some more, actually. There's a lot of these that I'm like, oh, I want to wear that and I want to wear that. And I just haven't lately because I have too many palettes. Moving on to Smashbox. I only have 2 from Smashbox. I kept this one. This is one of their cover shots. This is a Blaze. I got the holiday packaging one on it. It was part of its 2-piece set and it was cheaper that way. So that's what it is. It's kind of a orangey neutral type palette. Serviceable for sure. And then I have this one, which is the LA Cover Shot eye palette. And I'm not sure where I got this one. Did I get it in a box maybe? Maybe. So you have like little quadrants that you can create a look with more coherently, which is nice. Like, I like that it's a cohesive look in that way, but you also have variety and you could mix and match if you wanted to. So it made the cut. I don't remember it because it's been a while though. One from Spoiled Cosmetics. This one came in a Chic Beauty box as well. That middle one is just a chunky glitter, so I will never wear that, but I like the other shades. It's a little bulky in packaging. Like, the top is thicker than the actual pans, so that's kind of annoying, but it's unusual packaging compared to other things and some nice colors. You probably have really gotten to know the colors that I gravitate towards because of this. I have 3 from Stila. A couple of these are nostalgic, and that's why part of the reason why they're staying. This one is a Duo and Blushing Beauty, and look at that pan. Like, this was back in the day when I didn't have a lot of eyeshadow, and you can really tell the colors that I really liked. And I was the type of person that basically just did one eyeshadow color. I still do that occasionally, but that was that one. And then I have this one, and I think both of these were on clearance at Sephora in pennies, and that's why I got them. This is Ventura Boulevard, and there are significant dents in the first 2. The brown, not as much. The darker shades always intimidated me. It does have a bit of a dent though, so I have that one, and I still liked how it performed. I was like, yeah, I can still make this work. And then the only one that I saved of these are the Eyes of the Window shadow palette. This one is Soul. I decluttered all of the other ones, and I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should have decluttered this one too, just to let it go with the other ones. But for now, it made the cut, and it should stay based on that. I have one from Sueva Beauty. I had another one that I didn't like the color story, so I decluttered it. But this is the Rose Period. This also came in a subscription box. I don't remember which one, but look at how gorgeous this one is. I know Clara sent this to Patricia, and I'm so glad that she has it too, because I think this palette is so beautiful. And I should probably try more from Sueva Beauty. I just never have. My one and only Sydney Grace. Found out this from Mel Thompson, and I remember her talking about this palette, and I finally broke down and got it. Tiny Marvels, I always wanted to get, but I never did. And the artwork kind of creeps me out because insects, I'm not a big insect fan. Definitely not a big insect, do not like bugs. So now if I was a kid, I used to collect bugs, and I had a bug jar, and I tried to study them. Nope, I've completely changed. But I did get Enduring Love in Light. This is the... Thank God it landed right side up. I just lost Ruth, so I'm going to have to figure out some glue for that. Wow. Okay. So this is what it looks like. And then this is Ruth. This is a blue. If you can see. There you go. It's a blue. I really like the first row, the bottom row that you're looking at. That's my favorite. I love the people that it's named after. Some of the dark ones are a little hard, but overall this is a beautiful palette. I love the shimmers. They're so good. But there's Darcy and Elizabeth. I love that. So yeah, I'm going to have to glue that in. I'm just glad it landed face up and it didn't shatter. That was scary. Let's move on to Tarte. I have several Tarte palettes that I have kept. First up is Be a Mermaid. I think that's what it's called. Be a Mermaid and Make Waves. This one I actually do have a backup of because this one, my mom was doing something and she dropped it and it had some damage to it and she felt so bad. She searched around and got me another one. It's okay. The shadow that had the most damage is this one right here. And it fared okay. I love this palette. Oh my gosh, I've been wearing this last week because it hadn't been one that I had fully like reviewed on the channel. So this is going to be, you probably have seen the review by now. Oh my gosh, I forgot how much I loved this palette. Every day I was like, oh, my eyeshadow looks so pretty, and I was like, oh, it's my mermaid palette. No wonder. So yeah, it is cumbersome because it is, you know, not flat, but oh, it's such a good palette. I think this is my newest Tarte palette. I bought it at Sephora and Kohl's when it was after the holidays and they had the sets on clearance, and then they were like 20% off the sale. So this is Modern Mosaic. It is 8-pan, very kind of basic, but very pretty. Some nice shades in there, like the typical shadows that I am realizing I have ad nauseum. And you probably are sick of hearing me talk about them. Then I have the Tarte Pro To Go palette. And this is just 6 tiny shades. Actually, good travel palette. Probably should reach for it more because this one I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't worn this in forever. Then I have this one, which I don't know what the name is. I have it down as Christmas Lights when I wrote it down because it just says eyeshadow palette. And that's what it looks like. So pretty. These shimmers are almost foiled. I love these shimmers in here, and just really pretty eyeshadow palette. Really pretty. This is the only Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette I kept. This is volume 3, and this is basically all shimmers. Beautiful, beautiful shimmers, one matte, and then just a whole bunch of beautiful shimmers. So if you want shimmers, this is like a good go-to palette. All different tones of the same kind of shade. I have this little guy, which is Don't Quit Your Daydream. This one has had some good use over the years as well because this was a good work type palette. So I wore it quite a bit. There are some dents. You can see like that gold. There's a nice dent. The one next to it has a pretty good dent. Even this guy down here has a little dent, and these two up here dents. So a well-loved palette, which is kind of unusual in some of these cases. I have this one, which is Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust. This one is beautiful. Technically, this one is a highlighter in the middle, can be used as a highlighter, but I used it as a eyeshadow, so I'm counting it as part of my eyeshadow palette. The colors, oh, so pretty. Love the colors, love the packaging. That sparkle actually really reminds me of the NARS palette I have too. Like it's similar, very similar with the stars and the pink. Then we have Make Believe in Yourself, which was an iconic one. Same thing with the technically highlighter in the middle. I use it as an eyeshadow. So a lot of shimmers in there. You have one matte once again, and then a lot of shimmers, but a lot of different kind of light tone shimmers. So if you wanted a color but not to be too bold, this is a good one for that. And I feel like it kind of helps with work. Like if you want a colored shimmer look, but you don't want to be like in your face bold, this is a good one for that. Decided to keep the Tartiste Pro Remix. I let the original one go. I think my friend Diane picked that one out. There's just some pretty shades in here, and it's fun. Oh my gosh, it still smells so good. Like, I wasn't even trying to smell it or anything, but it smells like the Tarte almost chocolatey scent, vanilla-y, chocolatey. Good colors. It's a little crazy and chaotic, but it's a fun one. The last Tarte palette I have is this one. Oh, and I can't remember what it's called. It's not Flamingo. There's another name for it. Oh, is it Paradise? It says Paradise is a state of mind. It might have something to do with Paradise. But this is what it looks like. It has giant shadows. You could easily make most of these blushes, but it's pretty, and I like the mix of colors in here. There's a couple little pops that you can use to make it more fun. But this one actually I feel like is a nice vacation like palette in reality, because you don't have a lot of options, but you do have some nice shimmers in there, and it kind of serves a purpose. Like, are you going to be doing crazy eye looks every day? Probably not. So it's kind of a nice one because of that. And I love the packaging with the flamingos. I think it came with a mascara as well, if I remember right. Getting closer to the end of the palettes for today, we have a couple from the Balm. We have Foiled again, and this one has some really nice shades. They kind of, you have the bottom row of mattes, and then you have all the shimmers on the top two rows. And I don't know, I liked Captured, I liked Locked Up. There's a couple of nice ones in here. And while I decluttered a lot of my other Balm palettes, this one made the cut. I liked that one. I also liked this one, which is Meet Matchmaker. And it's funny because I was trying to like keep track of all the palettes, and for some reason I had this one down twice, and I don't know why I had it down twice, but they do have them kind of grouped together, so you're like, oh, this and this can go together, this and this. Of course you can mix and match a little bit more, but that is what it looks like. So you have Matte Lamos and Pat Lamos. Yeah. I have two from Tom Ford. Yes, I keep them in the dust covers. These I think I both got at the cosmetic company store, if I remember right. So this one is called Leopard Sun. I believe this one was part of the 6 for $60 deal, like the first time I went in and they included these. And so I was like, oh, well, I'll get the Tom Ford quad because these are like $90 or $80 back then. So I have this one. I kind of like it. It's not my favorite, I will say that, but for the price that I got it for compared to what it retails for, I'm very happy that I have it. And then the other one that I have, I also got this one at the cosmetic company store, but I think it was just like the regular deal, and it was like a 50% off with 20% off, that type of a thing. This is called Hazy Sensuality. I like the colors a little bit more. They're all more satin, I guess. They're not like shimmer, but they're definitely not mattes either. They do have a bit of a sheen to them. But the color story I like a little bit more than the other one. And it too has its little dust cover. The last palette of the day is from Trend Beauty. This came in a BoxyCharm or Ipsy, and it is Glam Babe by Trend Beauty. And this has a lot of kind of darker tones and pinks, like not pinks, mauves, a little bit of browns, a couple purples in there, and it made the cut. I don't really remember much about this one, but I have been keeping track of the ones that I did just like a 30 and 30 on palettes, so I want to like revisit those and give them a full wear test. And then I also have kept track of all the palettes, like I've been trying to compile all the palettes that I've reviewed on this channel over the years. So you'll eventually see all of these reviewed if you haven't done so already. Okay, we are done. I am glad because I want to go get a drink and I want to go get some food because my stomach is like, oh yeah, it's time to eat for sure. Let me know if you have any of these palettes. If you miss any of these palettes, let me know down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.